hatred. Since the dawn of time, people have always had some type of strong dislike or ill will towards a person or thing. Like we all know that one evil MF that hates to love and loves to hate. They treat forgiveness like a disease, and their pettiness transcends a level beyond all pettiness. For example, Dio's hatred towards Jonathan. This man saw Jonathan once and decided to dedicate the rest of his natural and unnatural life to ruin the lives of him and his descendants. In just the first episode of the show, he kicks Jonathan's dog, beats Jonathan in a fight, steals Jonathan's friends, kissed his girl, then pimp slapped her, kills his dog, and later down the show he kills Jonathan just to go beef with his bloodline.
I was relieved for the community, man, cause he was over there torturing them guys.
Green Goblin hated Spider-Man so much that he blew up Aunt May's house mid-prayer just so he could traumatize this old ass lady. And the reason he did this is to instruct him in the matters
of loss and pain. Make him suffer. Make him wish he were dead.
Now when it comes to hating on kids, there is no other like Deathstroke. If you a little ass jit in the DC universe, 17 under, the chances of you getting touched or beat up by Deathstroke are damn near 100%. No cap. Cause can anyone please tell me why bro left beefing with Batman to go physical, mentally, and psychological hate on some Teen Titans? Sukuna just a UG hater, a massive UG hater. Bro killed his sensei, stole his friend's body, murdered all of Shibuya just so UG can feel the guilt, and laughed at him in the most diabolical way.
Hey, look, some people need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about, in order for shit to get better. He one of them.
Even me, there's a lot of things I hate. Like this nigga. Seriously, the ref gotta take his ass down immediately. People who play Namor. This motherfucker. My professor from school. Jit always tripping. And the worst of them.
Get your shit, we gotta go. Get your shit, we gotta go. Desmond's possessed.
But in this video, we are going to be talking about this demon, the Reverse Flash, the king of haters. This is the type of motherfucker that be waking up earlier just so he can have extra time to hate on you. This dude went back in time just so he can fuck with Barry. Whether it's killing his family, creating trauma, tripping him when he's walking down the stairs, jerking him off at supersonic speed so it seemed like he nutted at just a woman's touch, and having a sense of happiness that you know he's your biggest hater. So the movie starts and we see little Barry chasing after a car. His mom then stops him to give him some wise words. Accept the things you cannot change. Have the courage to change the things you can. And have the wisdom to know the difference. The scene changes. We see Barry being all jolly and shit, just for him to come home and see that his mom got packed up. Mind you, we're not even a full 2 minutes into the movie and they already sent her to the gulag. And we all know she ain't winning that 1v1. Years later, Barry has now reached Unk status, and he's at his mom's grave wishing her happy birthday and blaming himself for not being fast enough to get her reboot card. But he gets a call about someone trying to break into the Flash Museum, and I just know the glazing in this universe for the Flash gotta be on par with LeBron's. So he pulls up to the situation. Some type of attack was thrown at him and he just stood there, probably wondering what type of grown-ass man breaking into a museum doing with some damn blades. But it seemed like his rogue all decided this nigga was too strong, so now they gotta jump his ass. But the Flash told him that don't work and started reverse jumping them. That is until Captain Cold froze his leg and Captain Boomerang put him in a sticky situation. Then Ilbarthon, aka the Reverse Flash, reveals himself. And just from the way he sounds, look, and even his own name tells you this man is pure evil. Then he starts lecturing his own teammates, saying they're motivated by greed. They like the commitment, the absolute focus, not to kill but to erase the Flash. He basically told them they like what it takes to hit on the Flash. Then he placed a bomb on everybody but himself, planning to blow up the city. And the Flash is like, bro, you don't have to do this. It's me you want, remember? And he's like, oh, I remember. I'm not gonna kill innocent people just to kill them. I'm killing them because it will hurt you.
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Whoa!
Nah, this level of hatred is beyond my own understanding. This man brought some of the Flash's rogue that supposedly hates the Flash, lectured them on why their hate is not strong enough, and to prove how dedicated he is to the hate, the Flash used his speed to put him in the same sticky situation. And it's like, if I'm dying, you're coming with me for sure. And unexpectedly to the Flash's ear, the Reverse Flash just accepted it.
If it means shattering your golden throne in history, linking your name forever to the city's darkest hour, then my life is a small price to pay.
I reject this type of hate. Like I said earlier, this is the type of motherfucker that be waking up extra early just so he can have extra time to hate on you. So before the situation could escalate further, the Justice League pulls up on them. And you can see dude in the back like this wasn't part of the plan. But the Justice League tries to de-escalate the situation. Wonder Woman pulls out her rope on the Reverse Flash. And he tells them there's no way out of this one. You're done. But never say never, because they took each rogue to a different location and each of them were able to successfully disable the bomb. The Flash got creative with the Speed Force creating a key blast to stop the bomb. So they all starts taking them to prison. And you got Superman personally transporting the Reverse Flash. But before he left, he basically told the Flash, that's why your mama did. And Barry really felt that one. Batman is like, keep your head up, big bruh. Haters always gonna hate. So Barry is like, I'ma just go for a run. And runs so fast that he wakes up in his office. Then he peeps the news and notices Captain Boomerang and Cold having the ones. And Barry is confused. I swear I just whooped them niggas. But he's like, fuck it, and runs out the building tripping over the stairs. Got him looking straight goofy. Then his mom shows herself and Barry can't believe his eyes. I must be tripping. And goes in for a hug. Then pulls her to the side to tell her that he's the Flash. She's like, what is that, like a flashlight company? No mom, the Flash. What, like you be flashing your schmeat? Oh nah. The superhero, the Flash, the fastest man alive. Superhero? You mean Batman? The scene switches and we see Batman chasing down some chick named Yo-Yo. Oh nah, they gave Batman a gun. You know shit didn't got serious. But I see why bro don't use guns. This nigga can't aim for shit. Look at him. You can tell bro was shooting just to shoot. But she had that man in all fours. Kicks the gun away and started disrespecting him. And the thing that makes it worse is that she looks like she's having fun while she beats this nigga's ass. Then she gets on top of him and started choking him. Batman got the motivation he needed to lock in, slams her and started asking her for the Joker's location.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
So Batman brings out this cutter and she tells him she don't know where he at. And he basically calls her useless and throws her off the roof. Mr. Save-A-Hole spawns out of nowhere and saves her. And did you guys peep how this nigga did not only show up at the right time, but unnecessarily dropped on his knees instead of his feet? This nigga really scraped his Xbox knees just to impress some milk.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
So he pulls up on Batman asking him to join the team to help stop the war between the Atlanteans and the Amazon. But this is the thing that got me confused. They mad at each other but crashing out in the city. That's the equivalent of Prime Mike Tyson and John Jones mad at each other, but they finna beat my ass just because they can. So Batman is like, hell no, y'all look sorry. GG's, go next. The scene changes and Barry goes back to the office just to see his wife with another guy and their kid. But why this scene low-key reminds me of that one time Spawn was at the window watching his wife go crazy on another guy. Oh, and they have a daughter together. So Barry is like, nah, and pulls up to the Wayne mansion, breaks into the Wayne mansion, and the maid must have died with the rest of the family cause I know it's stinking here. He then finds the Batcave, and before I knew it, dude got punched in the back of the head. Then Batman started beating his ass. He then asked Barry, who are you? And that's when Barry realized that Batman isn't Bruce but Thomas Wayne. Meanwhile, dude over here letting that thing sing. But he eventually gets captured by Wonder Woman. And at first he tries to resist, but the Snow Bunny mind control was beyond his control. So he tells them about Lois Lane, and after that, she hangs him. That's tough. And while that's going on, Thomas Wayne is out here breaking Barry's fingers. And Barry's trying to explain to him that he's from another timeline. A timeline that Bruce Wayne lived and he died. So Thomas is finding this really hard to believe. And Barry tries to prove it with his flash ring. But the suit that came out isn't his, but Eobard Thawne's.
What kind of name is Eobard?
Barry tells him the timeline is all wrong and it's all because of him. Batman figures out that this Thawne guy hates Barry so much that he wants him to know that he's the reason his life is going downhill, making Batman to relate to his situation, leading him to trust him. So the war is still going on. We see Slade and Lex Luthor working together. Then his ship gets invaded by Aquaman and his stinky fish army. Slade does his thing for a moment but gets taken out, and Aquaman finishes off Lex. Meanwhile, Batman is trying to give Barry back his speed by recreating the lightning accident. But on the first try, he got turned into Frankenstein. He listened to some David Goggins motivational speech. They tried again and he got his speed back. Then we get some backstory about the war, and it all started because this fish nigga had the audacity to kiss Bae. Aquaman's wife finds out and tries to kill Diana. Damn. Only if she knew. Because not only did Diana chop her head off, she wore her Atlantis crown to show shit can get real disrespectful. And that's how the war started. Then we see Lois Lane fine ass getting chased down by the Amazons. She eventually gets surrounded, and as they were about to take her out, she gets saved by a suspicious yellow figure. Back to Barry, and he changes the suit to red and goes for a test run trying to break the time barrier, but couldn't because another speedster was preventing him from taking the speed force, keeping Barry from time traveling. So they decided to team up with Cyborg to help look for Superman in order to stop the war, and they eventually find him locked up in some secret government base exposed to Red Sun. And for those who don't know, this week in Superman, we see Superman in the corner looking like the man of noodles. Cyborg calms him down and calls him friend. He looks at them remembering that word as he sees all of them as his friend. So they carry him out the cave and they get ambushed by a bunch of military dudes. Superman starts smelling the sun. That's that good shit. And while Flash was taking care of the people in the front, dude comes behind and shoots a rocket at Cyborg. Superman saves him and calls him friend. Then that boost from the sun finally hits him and he starts going uncontrollably crazy. He sees how much of a dog he is and flies away. Barry on the other hand is tweaking out because his memory from his original timeline is being replaced with this wall timeline. So bro wakes up surrounded by a bunch of kids. Cyborg tells everyone that the final battle between Aquaman and Wonder Woman has begun, and everybody in the room is like, GG, we lost, because Superman was supposed to be their last hope, and Batman just want to go back to Gotham just so he won't miss beating on some street thugs. But Flash gets up and pretty much calls them some sorry ass niggas, says some motivational stuff, and they all went to stop the war, but instantly gets sniped. The Flash uses his speed to break their fall. Scene shifts and we see these two tribes killing each other until the Resistance steps in, and Lois is like,
hey, stop the
Man, you stupid bitch.
Wonder Woman starts dropping bodies to get to Aquaman and rams him into a wall. Aquaman like hell nah and starts to violate her, trips her over, follows it with the elbow drop, then rocks her face into the ground, ragdolls her around and tosses her to the side. So she flips his big ass to the next room. The Flash comes in. Diana now gotta throw the once with Shazam, but not gonna lie, dude looks badass as hell. Meanwhile, Aquaman is getting jumped. Then he blasts Batman out the window. Batman and Black Manta start having the ones, and he throws a grenade at him, and they laid his ass out. But sadly, Batman got caught lacking, so Flash takes him to somewhere safe, and Batman is like, you gotta find the other speedster. The Flash looks away, turns back and notices Batman is gone, and that's when the Reverse Flash reveals himself, and he starts drinking coffee while talking smack to Barry with joy on his face. Bro, I promise you, if the Reverse Flash ain't hitting on Barry, he ain't alive. So Barry starts chasing him across the city, running on walls, choking the Reverse Flash midair, getting choked out midair. Then the Reverse Flash then begins to violate Barry by stabbing a crowbar through his legs, and you just see Barry screaming in agony, while the Reverse Flash just enjoys seeing Barry in pain. So Barry punches him in his eye. Dawn picks him up and honestly starts bullying him. Then he sends him flying, hitting him with the meanest one too. Barry, all beat up, looks up and see things are getting really bad. And can we all appreciate and honor how Grifter died and still got his get back? I know dude was straight cheesing under that mask. Back to Barry, and the Reverse Flash gets behind this grown ass man and tells him the reason why the timeline is all fucked up is because of you. That's when Barry remembered that he went back to the past to save his mom, and that alone messed up the whole timeline. So Reverse Flash starts blaming Barry for everything and calls him a selfish villain, and this is when things got even crazier. Wonder Woman takes down Shazam and drops one of the Shazam kids. Superman saves Cyborg, but he eventually dies. Wonder Woman kills Aquaman, and he's like, fuck it, if I'm dying, everybody dying. So he activates Captain Atom, nuking the whole entire world, and Reverse Flash is just sitting there saying it was all worth it. Mind you, he don't know or even care about half of these characters. The only reason dude is geeked up right now is because Barry knows it was all his fault. But that smile faded real fast because Batman busted a cap through his head. So he gives Barry this letter and tells him to think of a big black guy chasing him as he runs. And so he does. Running across through time, stops himself from saving his mom. I know that shit was hard and depressing for him, and saving the whole timeline. Then he goes to the Batcave to give Batman this letter, and it almost made me cry seeing my Bat go so emotional. So yeah, in this video alone, the Reverse Flash has made criminal charges of mass terrorism attempt, manipulating and psychological tortured Barry Allen, assault and battery to the max, indirectly responsible for the entire Flashpoint war, and personal violation of jerking Barry at super speed. But with that being said, if you made it this far, you're a real one. I'll catch y'all next time. Stay blessed.